There are 7.4 billion people in the world today, and sadly, about 800 million are malnourished. This is 1 in every 8 people. By the year 2025, the world population is projected to increase by another 2 billion. According to the Director General of the International Food Policy Research Institute, agricultural productivity growth is only about 1 to 2% per year. This is not enough to keep up with the exponential growth of the population. Experts predict that we will need 70% more agricultural production to keep pace. The solution to this mounting dilemma is the widespread understanding, acceptance, and use of genetically modified organisms. Genetically modified organisms are organisms whose genes have been slightly altered to modify their characteristics for the better. GMOs pose many benefits that our world needs to take advantage of, such as crops that are resistant to weeds and parasites, adaptations for protection against environmental stressors such as winds, drought, and flooding, and even the ability to transfer genes between different species. An example of this is transferring winter flounder genes into a strawberry to prevent freezing. GMOs also play a role in protecting the environment by limiting the need for fertilizers and chemicals. Greater efficiency leads to increased crop yield, which ultimately makes GMOs a sustainable way to contribute to the end of world hunger. Due to a lack of knowledge, the prospect of this scares people because they envision crazy combinations of unrelated species of plants and animals, but this is not the case. In fact, it is impossible to tell the difference between an organism that has been genetically modified and one that is GMO-free. Just look at the apples behind me. This modification of genes in the GMO process does not result in major physical changes because it only targets a small number of genes in the genome. The truth is, GMOs result in deliciousness, not frankenfood. Scientific research has shown that there are no documented health risks related to consumption of GMOs. This includes hundreds of studies and 20 years of testing the effect of genetically modified crop consumption on animals. In fact, the World Trade Organization stated, biotech crops are just as safe and healthy as conventional crops. Those who oppose GMOs are turning their shoulder to the world of benefits that this biotechnology has to offer. There are millions of lives being lost due to starvation because GMOs are not being used to their fullest potential as a result of the uninformed theory that they are unsafe. The reality is, there are risks with any action, and in this case, the benefits outweigh them. It is time to eliminate the irrational phobia and gross misinformation that so many of us have about GMOs. Genetically modified organisms have been proven to be safe, extremely beneficial, and have a wide range of applications. We need to get the truth about GMOs out to the world before any more lives are lost due to starvation. The need for GMOs, especially in developing nations, has never been greater. It is time to recognize that the fear of GMOs is nothing more than an irrational phobia and move forward with their usage. Increased education of the basic facts will ultimately lead to acceptance and widespread use as its advantages cross borders and oceans into developing countries that need it most. Post using #FeedTheWorldGMOs to spread the word about what this biotechnology has to offer. Thank you.